To build your long pallet, these are some of the materials that you will need. You will need a nail gun with a 1.5 to 2 inch capacity. You'll also need a staple gun with staples, of course, big hammer, tape measure, skill saw, some Gorilla Glue, and hand gloves. Today we're building an 18-foot pallet. This is an example of a pallet that we tried to make initially, but as you can see, it's kind of scabbed together. When a pallet is put together like this with 4 individual pallets, it's very flexible and pliable, which can be very dangerous for your product for shipping. A leg could easily get broken off with a pallet that's built like this. So we're going to show you how to build one that's much stronger and much better with I-beams similar to ones used in home construction. These are the I-beams we'll be using today. They're 18 foot long, and you can find them in most good lumber companies. You will also need a compressor so that you can use your nail guns and other tools. Dinosaur is 40 inches wide, so we're looking to make our pallet at least 40 to 42 inches wide. Now Ellen is measuring our pallets to make sure the 2 pallets we choose are exactly the same width. After you pick out 2 pallets that are exactly the same width, these are both 40 inches wide, we're going to need to trim off the edges here to make sure they glue properly inside. The top boards are hanging over just a little bit on these pallets, so we're going to trim them back so that they glue firmly and there's a lot of area for glue. Now we're going to use Gorilla Glue to run all along this edge seam and have it pour down into the back here. And don't be shy with your Gorilla Glue because it will expand and it will really do a good job holding. I'm wearing gloves because Gorilla Glue will turn your hands black and nothing will clean it off. It takes 4 to 5 days for the black gunk to wear off your hands. Okay, now with safety goggles on, we're going to nail this into place. I think these are 1.5 or 1 3/4 inch nails. We're not heavily concerned here about our warehouse floor, but the glue will drip through. So if you don't want the glue to drip on anything, you can put plastic down or some type of paper down so that the glue doesn't end up on the floor. As this is an extra long run, what we also want to do is have more support. Right, 2x4s with little blocks on each one of them so that when a fork truck sticks its forks in and it hits this bottom support, it'll have this strong piece to keep from breaking off. I'm using 2x4s and then a scabbed in piece of 2x4. Then I'm going to nail it into place, nail it from both sides. We're going to do this the same thing on the other end. We're going to have great support, and then this pallet will now be ready to dry. Once it's dry, you can add surfaces, extensions, whatever you want, but this will be a very, very strong, extra long 18-foot pallet. Okay, now we've got these support pieces scabbed into place. That will support any fork truck putting its either long or short forks in. This will support this end. We have the same setup on the other end. Last thing to consider is when you do all the gluing on this and you put the glue in, don't just leave it sit, because if you leave it sit, you may actually glue it to the floor, because Gorilla Glue could drip onto the floor and actually seal it to the floor. So either put down plastic or move it and pick it up. Otherwise, you'll have this wonderful long pallet glued to your floor. On that note, Have a great time. This is Tim signing off from thekingsbay.com. If you've enjoyed this video, please press the like button on YouTube. Or if you would like to come over and view our website, we have dinosaurs, we have home bars, antiques, all kinds of fun things. Come on over. It's thekingsbay.com.